What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. And real quick, I wanted to address this situation when it comes to comments like these that you'll always see this. Anytime someone comes out and says something about Disney and all of these woke remakes that they're doing, all right, whether it's the Little Mermaid remake, whether it's Peter Pan and Wendy, whether it's the Snow White remake. I just did a video about Bambi, all right? The Bambi remake, I'll link that above if you didn't see that, and what they're doing to these classic animated films and that have been beloved for generations, okay? And now they're going to take them, they're going to go out there, they're going to do all kind of race swaps, they're going to push girl boss feminism or whatever the case may be, They're going to try to modernize it for modern audiences. And people always come out, there's always somebody that inevitably is going to come out and make some comments or some questions like this, right? Like this person, LOL, all these grown-up people obsessed with Snow White. It's a movie for little kids. You can still watch the old version. Spoiler alert, she marries the prince, right? And then you got all the little laughing emojis and everything. And look, I understand this is probably just a troll comment, all right? Because there's always trolls. You guys do a really good job of avoiding troll comments, so good job, audience. You're always going to see these types of comments, especially on Twitter or, X, I guess, all right? Or in the YouTube comments. You're always going to see stuff like this. Now, I want to address the people that actually, spit this type of shit with conviction. Like they really say, well, why are you so worried about it? It's for little kids. And you think it's funny and you joke with the little emojis and shit. I wanted to address that because this person kind of answers that type of a question in this comment. It's a movie for little kids, right? Like a lot of times these comments come off as people that don't have children, Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but it always comes off to be like, yeah, you don't have kids, do you? Because you would understand what you put in front of your kids absolutely matters, all right? It absolutely matters what's in front of your children, all right? So yeah, why do we care? It's for little kids? Yeah, you just answered it, buddy. It's for little kids. What we put in front of kids is important. It influences their behavior, their way of thinking. What we show to kids, especially in entertainment, it absolutely matters. So like to say it's just for little kids is just not understanding like what this stuff is, It's like, oh, it's just a movie for little kids. It's just woke Snow White. It's just a woke femboss Snow White who don't need no man. What's the big deal? And these are the same cats in a few years, they're going to be asking, gee, I wonder why there's so many middle-aged women, in their 30s and 40s on antidepressants, struggling to form like meaningful relationships. I wonder why that's going on. He's like, well, it has nothing to do with woke Snow White. Well, I don't know. Like if you've been pushing all of this, femboss propaganda on little girls since like the age of 5, right? You've been pushing girl boss propaganda on them. You don't need no man, They grow up believing they don't need no man, all right? I got it, no worries, all right? And then next thing you know, they're trying to live up to this propaganda and they're struggling to do so. Got articles coming out, 17 reasons why modern women are struggling so much physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Yeah, you got these kind of articles coming out, right? Yeah, maybe that has something to do with these kids since they were little girls, 5 years old, trying to live up to your crappy propaganda. Trying to be the thing that you said they should be. You're pushing that in their faces, right? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, these same people be like, hey man, I wonder why the birth rate is declining. I wonder why women don't like having kids no more. The US birth rate just seems to be dropping off the side of a cliff. I wonder what that's all about. Yeah, I wonder why, people everywhere think that society's morals are in decline. See, some of us have values that we actually care about and we want to propagate that to our children. Entertainment used to be a way to like kind of hold up to some of the values that we believe in. I'm kind of going on the soapbox, but go with me, okay? Because again, classic films like Snow White that used to come out of Disney, all right, that Disney used to do, that was why parents enjoyed showing that stuff to their children because it kind of fit with the values of the country. It kind of fit with the values of families. You guys know I'm gonna never get tired of bringing this one up, all right? The study that suggests large families have conservative views. Yes. And because we understand that what you put in front of your children influences your children, all right? And eventually these kids will grow up to be adults. And then they're gonna try to start making sense. Okay, how do I make sense of all of these ideals that I was raised with while I'm navigating through the world? And then they try to put those ideals into practice, all right? And when the ideal is woke girl femboss that don't need no man, I'm speaking just directly about the ladies, all right? Then they grow up and they have miserable lives. And everybody's like, gee, I wonder what's happening. Why are these women so miserable? Why are they on all of these pills and antidepressants? Well, maybe again, it's because you started them out that way. You led them down that path by trying to tell them to do something that goes against their natural grain, like what women generally enjoy doing, you know? Tons of studies out there. You can go and look them up. I'm not going to do it here, but tons of studies that show that, yeah, a lot of women just prefer to take care of kids, to be in the home, to do that type of stuff. Okay. And then when you try to push them into corporate America because you think that that somehow is going to make them better or equal to men or whatever, all of that kind of bullshit. When you start doing that, what you're actually doing is creating 17 reasons why modern women are struggling so much. That's what you're creating. Yeah, you're helping boost up the old antidepressant business, you know? Hey, yeah, we got to get these chicks on some pills, right? To help them out with their midlife depression. They used to have family and friends and a husband and all of that. But no, that's out. No, we can't do that no more. Yeah, we got to put them on some damn antidepressants, you know? And again, this is the whole point of this, all right? Is that you started them out at the age of 5, pumping their heads with propaganda. You do it in the educational institutions and you're doing it in the entertainment, all right? The two work hand in hand. Don't think that Disney doesn't know what they're doing, all right? Disney knows that they're doing this. They understand what's going on. Even if you don't understand it, Disney and all of these cats in Hollywood, they know what they're doing. They're going out of their way to do this crap. So if you guys don't think, oh, well, nah, DA is just flipping. He's trying to draw too many conclusions. No. Trust and believe that these entertainment companies, they know exactly what they're doing. Yeah, you got this article right here. Rachel Zegler has the internet divided over feminist Snow White 2.0. And his last paragraph, ultimately the debate surrounding Zegler's comments illustrates the evolving nature of storytelling and its role in shaping cultural discourse. They know what they're doing. They're trying to shape cultural discourse. This isn't just a story. This isn't just the kids. Oh, it's just for kids. No, they're trying to shape cultural discourse. They're trying to shape and mold society. As audiences become more diverse and socially aware, storytellers are challenged to strike a balance between modern sensibilities and respecting the timeless essence of classic tale. Yeah, they're trying to push the modern sensibilities because they want to change cultural discourse. You know, again, entertainment is strictly about culture. It's always been that way. Every culture you want to talk about, it doesn't matter whether you're on this side of the world or the other side of the world. Entertainment has a very defined influence on the way that the entire culture works. That's why people pay attention to it. That's why the entertainment, the songs, the music, the dance, the everything that you think about, it is the culture of the country or the nation or the society that you're in. So if you sit back and think about Hollywood in this country is like royalty, okay? Whatever comes out of Hollywood is highly influential, you know? And like I said, they know what they're doing, you know? That's why we use words like agenda and we use words like the message. You know, we use that stuff because that's what Hollywood is doing.
The showrunners were super welcoming, Meredith Roberts, and like our leadership over there has been so welcoming to like my like not at all secret gay agenda. And so like I feel like I felt like it was, I mean, like maybe it was that way in the past, but I guess like something must have happened in the last like they're turning it around, they're going hard. And then all that like momentum that I felt, like that sense of, I don't have to be afraid to like, let's have these two characters kiss. Let's in the background, like I was just wherever I could, just basically adding queerness to like, if you see anything queer in the show, I'm proud family. But like,
yeah, you see, we're not fooled by any of this stuff. All of this stuff is being pushed into children's programming. All right. So when we see little Miss Weird out here saying, oh, you know, the prince was a stalker, it's not about falling in love and all of that crap, and that's the message that you want to push into children's entertainment, we're going to call it out. And look, I know this joker, Cole in Van Maldegam 6351. Look, man, it's just a movie for little kids, you know? You can't blame this on Snow White. You can't blame society's problems on Snow White. You know, no, you can't 100% blame it because look, woke Hollywood is just reinforcing what these young kids are getting in schools already. What the educational system is teaching them, it just reinforces that. So if they say, hey, you're a girl boss, go out there, you don't need no man, you know, if they're telling boys to be less masculine, you know, be more feminine, get in touch with your feminine side, right? You know, you got masculine women, you got feminine men, and people wonder, why is society the way it is? Why is there chaos in society today? You know, what's going on here? We don't understand it. Yeah, it's because the entertainment that you guys have pushed into society is starting to reflect back into society. You know, the messages and the agenda that you've been pushing for all of this time, it's starting to rear its ugly head. And here's what you have created. This is what you have wrought, wokeness, okay? You have wrought this bullshit, and people are tired of it, you know? So yeah, folks got to start speaking out about it, you know? 2023, 2024, 2025, it's just going to continue to be a hot mess, all right? Until we start getting a, you know, hold on some of these institutions and say, hey, enough is enough. Go back to just entertaining people, okay? Just be an entertainment group. Don't try to push your messages, because all the messages you're pushing, number one, it makes your entertainment trash. But then number two, it's having an ill effect on the society that we live in. We're all sick and tired of it, you know? I put my kids through private schools, you know, at least for their high school years, because I wanted to disabuse their minds of all the bullshit, whatever they learned, all right? In the first 2 years, I couldn't afford to put them through that their entire lives. But hey, man, before y'all come out to be adults, I need y'all to have some like real, like logical thinking, okay? I need to put you guys through that stuff, all right? Get away from that, get into some really solid ethics, and then, you know, along with what I'm saying, it'll all start to make sense. But you got to get them out of these crazy institutions if you have kids. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. I know I always get on the soapbox every once in a while, but I think that it was important to understand exactly why this stuff matters, okay? Why woke Snow White, the Bambi movie that's coming up, all of this stuff in Hollywood, why this stuff matters, okay? Because ultimately, it leads to bad things for society. But you guys let me know what you think. I'm really interested to hear your opinions. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.